Hi, my name is Tony Rea, and I'm a local author and illustrator of the Mr Flubbergump series of books.
Now we'll find out about Mr Flubbergump in just a few moments, but obviously it is World Book Day today, Tony, and it's looking very different for all of us, isn't it? And I know that you yourself had some grand plans for today, which have changed somewhat now, haven't they?
Yeah, so today I would be touring around various schools and nurseries on the island. That was the plan. So there was 6 schools and 2 nurseries, so it was going to be quite a busy day. Some of the schools had multiple classes, some were the entire year, so it was going to be quite busy. That was the plan, but things change, so here we are. I am still doing a couple of Zoom readings, which will be new.
That'll be exciting for the kids, because it's great to have that sort of interaction with the writers of books for kids, isn't it? It's quite inspiring for them.
Yeah, they do. They really love it when you come in and you speak to them, and they can see that you're an actual human being behind the book. It's it's interesting, and their questions are usually really good as well.
Can you think of some of the questions they've asked that have really stuck out to you?
Some of them, most of them it's a question that then comes with an idea for a book, which I'll then try not to steal. Yeah, lots of different adventures for Mr Flubbergump to go on.
Well, let's talk about Mr Flubbergump first then. So who is he? Tell us about him, and how did he come into being?
So Mr Flubbergump is an imaginary dragon or dinosaur. I think I drew him as a dinosaur, but lots of kids tell me he's a dragon, so it's up for grabs. He is the star of a series of picture books for kids aged under 5, so sort of reception year and nurseries. And he came about because I just wrote a story for my nephew who was around that age at the time, and I had no ambition to write books or anything like that. I had always written stories. He enjoyed it, and then I just couldn't help but doodle in the character. And it kind of went from there. I asked people what they thought of it. They said they really liked it. They were generally friends and family though, so I didn't know how much to believe them. So I put it out on Facebook and just offered it out, and got a huge response.
And he's now even a plush toy, isn't he?
He is indeed. Sits on my desk.
Look, he's real, people. He's real. So you actually designed him and illustrated it as well, yeah?
Yeah, my background's animation, so I've always written stories and drawn characters and things like that, so it worked quite well. So yeah, I do everything from write the stories to promoting the stories to designing the toy, drawing the characters. Yeah, everything. It's a one-man team.
And he's had several adventures already, but could he potentially be an animated adventure then in the future?
I have always wanted to animate him. I've drawn him in a way that he can be animated, so it doesn't make it too difficult. I just haven't sat down and done it yet. But yeah, it is on the cards.
And you're now, as we said, your World Book Day has changed somewhat, but actually it's become something bigger, really, hasn't it now?
Yeah, it wasn't an idea I'd had before. I'd always thought I'd go and do readings in person, but it was either do a couple of Zoom readings and miss out on the day, as it were, or try to think of something that sort of elevated it up. And the idea of writing a story each day, from yesterday through World Book Day and the entirety of the 21-day lockdown, seemed like a good idea. It's going well at the moment. Ask me on day 14, 15 or 16 and I may be struggling a bit for ideas. But yeah, yesterday's went out.
And you're actually asking for people to get involved in their own way with this, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's as much for them as it is for me. For me, it helps with getting ideas out there and getting things done quick and not labouring over the final bit too long. But it's as much for them. I want children and even adults to continue the stories on or draw the characters. Just get involved in every part of book related things. So carry on the story, write one of your own, read them to your kids, have your kids read them. And I'd love to see some drawings of the characters, because that's something I'm not going to have time to do.
But you did say that Mr Flubbergump might make an appearance in the stories as well, maybe?
Yeah, I should say they're not exclusively Mr Flubbergump stories, but I'm sure he will make an appearance along the way.
So what do you hope that people will really get out for this, whether big kids or little kids?
Not just reading, but reading for fun, reading for pleasure, and writing for pleasure. It's a big difference between reading things because you have to, or reading things because you want the information that is in there for some reason. It's another thing to just pick up a book and read it and then think, actually, I might write my own little story. So I just wanted to kick off a few things. If it inspires a few people to take it up.
You could be creating your own competition here, Tony. There might be more authors that come out to this, you know.
Yeah. I'd love my time to be spent reading everyone else's stories. That would be good.
I suppose I should ask you then, since it's World Book Day, and as long as this isn't cheating on Mr Flubbergump, of course, what do you have a favourite book, and why?
I don't generally have a favourite book. I get asked this all the time, and I should come up with a better answer. And I don't have a favourite film either. I generally like a broad spectrum of things. So at different times, I like different things. So
not Superman then.
Yeah, Superman is watched quite a lot. Along with all Marvel and DC films and comics and things like that. I do like the Michael Connolly books. I think they're really good. Lee Child, his books are often easy to pick up and read in over a couple of days. So yeah, I've probably got favourite authors more than favourite books.
Mm-hmm. So if you were going to dress up as a character for World Book Day, who would you dress up as?
I have dressed up as Mr Flubbergump a couple of times, which I was half tempted to do for this interview, but I couldn't find the hoodie.
Oh,
it was
Tony!
So I will find it.
We're just going to have to do it all again. Go and get the costume, put it on, and we'll do it all again.
Yeah. And Mr Flubbergump today on the Facebook page is dressed up as the Cat in the Hat.
Oh, one of the best. Well, listen, tell us then, where can people find out all about this, and where can they see the stories? How do they contribute? How do they find Mr Flubbergump?
So everything else is on the Mr Flubbergump Facebook page. So it's all based there. The main information about the 21 days and what I'm doing is pinned to the top of the page. And then all the stories are going on there at various points through the day. So yesterday it was in the morning because I got to it quickly. Today I have written it, but it's not finished. So it will go up probably this afternoon. And you can comment on those. You can post your pictures. You can add your stories and things all on a Facebook page, which is just Mr Flubbergump.
Excellent. Well, I hope some kids actually dress up as Mr Flubbergump too, because that would be brilliant to see, wouldn't it? So they might be inspired. Yeah. Well, will you come back to us after 21 days and share how you got on, maybe?
I will, yes, definitely.
Excellent. Tony, lovely to catch up with you. Happy World Book Day.
Happy World Book Day to you. Thanks for having me.